Morning. So wait till I have some eyes on. Hello. Who have I got on there? Can't even see myself yet. There we go. Okay, good morning. I posted this morning about fear. If you scroll through, you'll have a look. I'm at day 13 of my 16 lessons I learned in 2016. And today I spoke a lot about fear and the fact that, fear never goes away. Morning, Marianne. It doesn't actually matter how successful you become or how successful your launches have been or anything like that. Fear is always going to be there. So I spoke this morning about making friends with it, because at the end of the day, if you're waiting for fear to pass, if you're waiting not to have fear to be able to move forward with whatever idea it is that you have, then you're in for a disappointment, because as I say, fear doesn't actually go anywhere. We just get better and better at dealing with it, recognizing it and making a decision not to let it hold us back. So scroll down and have a look at that. But this morning, what I want to talk to you about is the fact that, if you've had an idea, if you're asking yourself the question, is that possible for me? Can I make this happen? The answer is always going to be yes. Thank you for the love. Hey, Linny. The answer is always going to be yes. Yes, you absolutely can. Yes, you can start that business and be successful. Yes, you can meet that man or woman of your dreams and be happy in a relationship. Yes, you can, get your body to the place that you want it to be so you feel awesome about the way that you look. All of those things are well within your control. You can do it. So if you're asking yourself, is it possible for me? Is this something that I can do? The answer is always going to be yes. But remember, you have to commit. You have to commit fully to be able to make that thing happen. You can't half-ass it. You can't half decide that you're going to get in shape. You can't half decide that you're going to, go searching for the man or woman of your dreams. You can't half decide that you're going to have a successful business. You've got to go 100% commitment. And if you do that and you keep doing that, the answer is yes, you can do it. And I think, looking at some of the conversations that I've been having over the last few days via Facebook, and I think a lot of this comes down to, or a lot of people put down their failures to the fact that they just haven't waited long enough. They haven't tweaked things enough. They haven't been consistent. And if you're saying that you haven't been able to reach this level of success because it doesn't matter what you do, it doesn't work, and you're too fearful of doing it again, then, you've got to dust yourself off and go again. Because, the first thing that I launched, I can't even remember back now, the first business I had would have been a Taekwondo school. And, things don't always go to plan, and things aren't always a raging success straight off the bat. And the reason that I'm successful now is because I've had so many failures in the past, and I've had so many attempts at it, and I've also had many opportunities to work my way through fear and see what's on the other side. And especially in the last 3 years, in the last 3 years, when I've wanted to quit in the past, and perhaps when I would have quit, I haven't. I've pushed through, and those have been the make or break moments. Those moments when I made the decision that, I'm in this far, I'm going to keep going, and we'll just see what happens. They're the magical moments. They're when the good stuff is waiting on the other side. So the answer is yes. Whatever it is that you want to achieve, you can have it. It is yours. But you have to really learn the art of perseverance. You've got to persevere. You've got to keep at it. You've got to keep putting one foot in front of the other. And you have to want it really, really badly is the thing. I had a lady ask me on one of my older masterminds. She said, I know that your success comes from because you're driven, and the childhood that you had, and, the fact that there wasn't a lot of money, and, there have also been times in your life when you've really needed to be successful because the other option was that, you couldn't put food on the table. She said, so how much does that play into your success and drive? She said, because I don't really feel that. And I'm like, wow, you're in trouble. Because if you don't have that drive, it doesn't have to be the same drive that I have, which is, you know, growing up the way that I did and not having any money as a, you know, single mom and all that sort of stuff. You don't have to have that, but you've got to find your drive. Because if you don't have that sense of urgency, if you don't have a this must happen or else kind of attitude, then there's not going to be any urgency. And success demands urgency. It really does. It demands that you take action now and the next moment and the next moment and the next moment, and you just keep doing that and continue to do those things and you can have it. But find your reason, you know, find your reason and then work ways around the fear, because it's going to be there. Read that other post, just scroll down and you'll see it there. But I talk about the fact that you get to choose your fear. You can choose to fear, oh my God, what if this thing fails? Or you can choose to fear, you know, not reaching your full potential. Or you can choose to fear not having enough money to pay the bills this month or whatever it is. You know, choose your fear and choose the one that's empowering, and choose the fear that actually has gold at the other end. So the fear of doing something and not knowing for sure if it's going to work out or not, I'd choose that fear any day over the fear of, you know, never knowing whether this thing was going to be a success. So whatever it is that you want, whatever your big goals are, you can have them. You just have to get your game plan right, you have to get your head right, and you have to just persevere and don't expect it to happen yesterday. You know, I've been an entrepreneur since I was 23. I'm now 47. So, you know, and I would say in the last 4 years, I've had the best success I've ever had. So that's a long time. You know, that's a long time of being around this world. This is that's a long time of making mistakes and, you know, learning from them and being able to move forward. Now, not everybody needs to take that amount of time. If you invest in a coach or invest in a program that's going to get you there, that's going to get you there faster. So if you know, never ever consider investing in a coach or investing in a program that's going to help you there as a waste of time. It's an investment in you. It's an investment in you backing yourself to say, you know, I know that when I hand this money over, I'm backing myself to follow through and do what it takes. So yeah, if you're really struggling, get yourself a coach. I'm opening up a handful of coaching spots in January. Shoot me a message if you're interested to know more about it. I also have VIP days as well, and you know, I've got a whole bunch of other programs as well. But if you feel like you need a coach to partner with you in 2017 to get you there, then get in touch. Now, as I say, I only work with 2 clients at a time. And they've got to be the right clients. But if you feel like, you know, you might be one of them, shoot me a message and we can have a chat and go from there. Anyway, that's it. I've got to go get some breakfast. I'm going to eat out this morning and